Hello my friends, I'm gonna paint my nails here on camera. I wanted to recreate this nail design you guys are seeing on the screen. I wore this manicure for New Year's and loved it. I love the color combination. My little stars were a little, some of them were a little wonky, but from afar you really couldn't tell. The design itself still looked so pretty. And I really loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so I thought, well, I want to do this design again, but with a different color story. And I got to tell you, this video almost did not go up because I was torn about the end result. I was, I don't know. It just wasn't the end result was not what I'd envisioned. And there are some things that I would change. So I figured, well, let me use this opportunity to share with you guys of course, how I did the nail design and then what I used, but also what I would have changed along the way. Also, please bear with me. I am using a new editing system now for the last couple of months, and I've never done a voiceover using this editing system, and I realized a little bit ago that this does not have a voiceover feature. So I am recording the audio from my phone, and I'm hoping that this all works out because I've never done that before. So I'm just showing you guys the polishes that I'm using. The light periwinkle is from P2. It's called Breezy Blue. My favorite ornament is the chunky glitter, the gold one from OPI, and then Marshmallow, which is the white curly. The two nail art polishes that I featured are from Finger Paints. I got those at Sally's Beauty. The initial plan was to utilize those for my little star design, but in the end, I did not end up using them. I opted for utilizing my favorite ornament and Marshmallow for my star design. And I'm just starting off with my bases here. For Marshmallow, which is the white curly, that one takes 3 coats to cover the nail very well. My favorite ornament, which is the gold glitter, that one covers the nail very well at 1 coat. It is a very dense micro glitter. So I added 2 coats of that one. And this is where I would have changed something here. Instead of using the gold, I think maybe silver would have looked better for this design. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. And then for Breezy Blue, which is the light periwinkle, that one, if you noticed how it applied, it does apply a little bit streaky. It's a little bit patchy. And so it does require 3 to 4 coats. Now, because I was going to add a design over top of the nail, I did only stick to the 3 coats. Alrighty, let's get into the nail art part of this video. Because I decided not to use the nail art polishes from Finger Paints, I brought out my nail art brushes. And this is where I would have made some changes. This is one part I would have changed most definitely. I decided to use Marshmallow for my little star design. The thing with Marshmallow is that it is acrylic and it is sheer. Because of that, it did require a few applications so that the little bars could show up against the light blue base. So looking back now, I would have most definitely instead used either white acrylic paint because it is more opaque, or a white cream polish. again, because it is more opaque, it would have required far less strokes. To create my star design, all I did was draw on a vertical and horizontal line. Basically, my template is just to draw on a little cross. These two lines, I do want them to be a little bit longer than the diagonal lines to give it that look of a star. I do take my time with this step because my hand shakes quite a bit. It does help, by the way, to like my first coat of my line, it helps to do one long stroke, but to build it up, it helps to do much shorter strokes to keep my line straight. I did want some glitter over top of my stars, and so I pulled out my favorite ornament once again, which is the gold glitter, and I applied that to my nail art brush. I brushed off a lot of the glitter because the goal initially was to have more of a sparse glitter look over top of the white. I did not want to fully load up the white. I didn't want to cover it up. I didn't want the gold to be too chunky. And but in some parts it is going to build up quite a bit because I didn't remove nearly as much of the gold glitter as I really was planning to. I think this nail design would have looked a lot better if I would have really kept this gold glitter super sparse over the white base, to add a more like glimmering, delicate, sparkly look. And then I went in with a Dotacure and added some scattered dots utilizing Marshmallow. And I also wanted some scattered dots utilizing My Favorite Ornament, just to add a little scattered sparkle to the nail. For the pinky, I decided to go for a little waterfall effect. Now, I don't know if this it may have added a little bit too much to the overall design, and maybe it would have been better to leave this nail just by itself, no design on it, because the combination of just everything, I thought in the end looked a little bit too busy. My initial vision, and I'll share with you guys, I'll put up on the screen actually the manicure inspiration that this came from. I found the image on Google. It was such a delicate manicure. And that's what I thought this nail design was going to look like in the end, but it was a little bit more. Because I have so much glitter on my nails, I think it looked busy and just not delicate whatsoever. Here's the design before I added the rhinestones. Is it pretty? Yes, I think it's pretty, although I loaded up on the glitter. Went a little crazy actually in certain parts of my little stars. It did look pretty. I did add a little dot in the center of my star because initially the plan was not to bring out rhinestones. The plan was to just utilize the glitter for my star design. But because I noticed at that point that I'd added way too much glitter on certain parts, I decided to cover up my boo-boo instead of redoing this whole design again. And so this is when the rhinestone kit came out. This is the only rhinestone kit that I have. In hindsight, I think I would have used a much smaller rhinestone. These are just a little too they look a little too large and almost too bubbly for this particular design. Did it look pretty in the end? Yes, but if I was to do this over, there's just, as I mentioned throughout this video, a few things that I would have changed, but overall the look of it was pretty. My husband actually liked the nail design. My niece liked the nail design. My little sister, she said the only thing she would have changed is the pinky. The pinky was throwing her off. With all of that being said, guys, I still wanted to share the process of putting this manicure together to show you guys that sometimes manicures just don't work out in the end. Sometimes I have this vision of what I want a manicure to look like, and as I'm going through it, halfway through the process, I wing it and switch things up a little bit. And oftentimes it does work out for me, but sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. I still had fun putting this manicure together. It gave me a moment of relaxation. I had fun doing it. I had a moment of creativity, which is always fun for me. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this manicure. Leave it in the comment section below. Is there anything that you would change? Or would you leave it the way that it is? I actually ended up removing this manicure later that evening. And today's Sunday. I go back to work tomorrow. I'll be painting my nails tonight. And I am getting color inspiration from this manicure because I do want to utilize the blue, the white, but I am going to switch out the gold for silver and omit the rhinestones. I still want to do the little star design because I think that's still super cute. I love that, how that looks. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day, a great evening whenever you're watching this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Leave a like for the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.